So for your summer service, you will be required to, if you have any expenses, to fill out a sheet called the expense report. And at the end of every month, you're going to fill out one. So for example, if you started your service at the end of May, you would have to complete one for whatever days in May you used and have it turned in by the end of May, and then have one turned in by the end of June, July, or the end of August, whatever months you're doing your service in. So this is going to look like a Excel spreadsheet. And this one here is an example from 2019, but it will be updated for the current year, but it's the same exact formatting. So as you can see here, this one here is wants you to use the date of the last expense incurred. So for example, if I was submitting my report for the month of May and my last date of service for May was like May 28th, I would type in May 28th here. And then your pretty basic information, your name, your Walker ID, your PO box, and then you can also put click on the student box, which is important to check. Okay, so that's pretty much just basic on your personal information, just to ensure that you are properly getting reimbursed whenever you return for the school year. And then here, this is going to include the dates that whenever you had your expenses. And then this here is showing the location and business purpose. So this would be, for example, your service site that you were going there, or if you ate somewhere, or if you had to stay somewhere, this is where you put it. And then here is your mileage. You get reimbursed for your mileage, and you just enter the mileage only, and you will automatically have it calculated for you since it's an Excel sheet. And then for your meals, you used to just put the however much your meal cost you whenever you ate for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. There's the different lines for them. And lodging counts for if you had a hotel expense, if you had to stay in a hotel. And then here you're going to put a description. And in the description box, you're just going to maybe put like maybe summer service, Bonner. And then here is where you're going to put the amount for whatever you had on your receipts. You are going to be required to keep up the receipts if you have any expenses. For example, if you got gas and you need to prove your mileage, you would include your gas receipt, or if you had to buy something specific for your site, you would include that receipt amount here. And then over here on a total, it automatically calculates based on information you put into cells. So I'm just going to come up with a fake one for you right now so you just understand how to fill it out. So this is a date of whenever this was completed. And let's say for my location, let's just say I drove to St. Luke's Free Medical Clinic. And since that is 0.8 miles from Wofford to here and back, if I was staying on campus at Wofford, I would be putting 0.16. And then you see over here, it automatically reimburses me for my mileage. And then let's say for breakfast, I went through a drive-through and paid $4.65 for my breakfast. For lunch, I maybe paid, let's say for lunch, I paid $8. And then for dinner, I paid $10. And then there's a drop-down box here. And let's say on this one here, you have different options you can put. So we put something like maybe, for example, miscellaneous. And for miscellaneous, that just means that's anything that counts for your summer service, and that's a receipt. So for example, if I had these amounts on different receipts for if I like got food somewhere while I was at my site, I would just add each of those amounts together from the receipts. And so that would be $22.65. And I put that amount there, but make sure you have the receipts to support that documentation. And then you would just fill it out for the rest of the month that you'd had stuff on here. And then also if you didn't eat, you just fill out your mileage for that particular day, so you can get reimbursed for your mileage. And then here at the bottom, this here, don't worry about any of this here. But here you have to do sign here. Figure out how much you have, you're being reimbursed, so you have to sign this form. And it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, nothing too crazy, but I do think you have to print these, and when you go to print them, it's just going to show up as a sheet just as so. Give it a second. My computer is loading. It will just show up like this, and with all the information filled out and added up, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's all there is for this.